welcome to the program. 5 a.m. right now in the Strait of Hormuz, where it is likely that the ceasefire does not last another day. The Iranians have fired on U.S. Navy ships, and we've sunk at least 8 of theirs, so some could say the ceasefire is over. At the White House, President Trump and his team must decide if there is a good time to restart the war, a war that threatens to define his second term now more than ever. In a moment, Bill O'Reilly on if Trump winning the war is enough to keep him from losing the midterms. Also ahead, retired Navy Commander Kirk Lippold was in charge of the same destroyers running escort duty in the Strait. He's going to show us what American sailors face right now, and this, a live look at Moscow, where Vladimir Putin is nowhere to be found. Amid strong rumors his own supporters want him out, is a coup underway. But first, our Why It Matters segment tonight. President Trump is challenging Iran to put up or shut up, kind of like the playground. The war could restart any minute. It might have already. Trump dared the Iranians to fire on American Navy ships or commercial ships going through the Strait. He ordered the Navy to guide private ships through the Strait. He's calling it Project Freedom. And obviously, he wants to lower oil prices, although they shot up today. But this also tests Iranians' resolve. He says they don't have much left to fight with.
We did a little detour, and it's working out very nicely. They have no Navy. They have no Air Force. They have no anti-aircraft equipment. They have no radar. They have no nothing. They have no leaders, actually.
All right, so there's the public bravado, but behind the scenes, Trump's patience is, quote, wearing thin. Axios headlines, he wants action. Trump's frustration with the Iranian stalemate sparked the Hormuz gambit. An official tells the source that Trump doesn't want to sit still. He wants pressure. He wants a deal. This is the best way you get pressure. The only group in a worse place than Trump is the Iranians, because the Iranians face either public humiliation when Trump reopens the Strait, or another conflict with a resupplied, well-rested, and now reinforced U.S. military. Central Command reports that Iran fired on U.S. ships. The U.S. destroyed 8 small boats in retaliation. So think about it this way. The best time to plant an oak tree is 10 years ago. The second best time is today. We're 6 months to the midterms. Each day that goes by is a worse day for Trump, because the price of gas is soaring, up 50% since the start of the war. Trump and the White House knows the only way to lower gas prices is to end the war.
I see it going down very substantially when this is over, Chris, and I think very rapidly, too, at levels that you've never seen.
Prices are going to come down very quickly. You know, the conflict will end. This temporary aberration will be over in a matter of weeks or a month.
As soon as we get the Strait open, that oil is going to flow like you've never seen before.
Prices never really go down quickly, but that's kind of beside the point. The pressure, and you can feel it building here in Washington on the administration, there's more pressure every day because the midterms get a day closer. And independent voters, even Republican-leaning independent voters, are putting a lot of pressure because they have run out of patience with Donald Trump.
The change that I was expecting from the president himself, I don't feel in my everyday life. Prices are very, very, very high.
The cost of living is just too expensive. It's just too expensive to live, and everyone here is feeling it.
Look at this among independents who lean Republican. Back in term number 1, he was at 73% at this point in term. Down he goes, an absolute collapse now. Just 53% of independents who lean Republican now approve of the President of the United States.
All right, so this restart of a war could come as soon as tomorrow morning. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane, briefs at 8 a.m.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.